At the point when you need something in this life, don't anticipate that everybody should uphold it. Don't anticipate that it should seem okay to everyone. No many individuals will stand up against your thoughts for your future, a large number of whom will be your own loved ones. They'll chuckle at you. They'll question you. They'll call you dumb. You can't pay attention to these individuals. You must pay attention to yourself. You must have a voice inside yourself that is solid to such an extent that it talks stronger than all the poop individuals converse with you, since, in such a case that you simply stay there and acknowledge all that is tossed at you, life will stomp on you. It'll kick soil right in front of you and let you know you're no decent. Don't let this pessimistic world beat you down. Don't allow it to succeed. You'll sooner or later have to fire defending yourself eventually. You'll need to begin retaliating. Move away from this multitude of individuals who are doing nothing with their lives. These individuals are harmful. They'll go after you on your process. They'll effectively neutralize you. These individuals' assessments of you aren't nothing of you should be concerned about. You are the one in particular who directs how far you can go. The opportunities for you are limitless on the off chance that it's structure a business, beginning a vocation, venturing to the far corners of the planet, having an effect in the public eye. You can do the same thing you accept you might be able to do. He who figures he can and he who figures he can't are both generally right. You must form your degree of self-assurance to a place where, when they battle against your thoughts, it just adds fuel to your craving to win. Numerous entryways will be shut in your face. Many credits that you'll need will be denied. Many positions you apply for they'll dismiss you, and the vast majority will surrender. Yet you must choose inside yourself that I will be courageous, I will be constant, I won't acknowledge disappointment as my end product, and I will go all on a mission to get it. I will give it all that I conceivably have. No deterrent, no test, no individual will keep me from my fantasy. Don't permit the assessments of others to close you down. When they talk, you go hard. When they question you, quiet them down with your outcomes. The best retribution in life is enormous achievement. Don't permit any person or thing to take your fantasy if you think it wise to be perfect. If you truly feel compelled to accomplish something that you've never finished. If you think it wise to go to limits that you've never been to before. You'll accomplish beyond what you might at any point envision. And while you're going through terrible times, I believe that you should remember that you're not being covered. You're being established. You might be underground, but you're absurd. You're established in it. Established in it. You ought to hope to return up once more, and when you return up, you'll be totally changed by the encounters that you've gotten through while you're going through torment. You're not enduring, you're developing fortitude. You're building flexibility, you're building persistence. You're building all that it takes to win. When you have dread, trepidation makes you think in a manner you ought not be thinking and causes you to do stuff you ought not be doing. However, when you have confidence, you don't have to be aware what you're facing. When you have confidence is that you don't have to realize the amount it will take. When you have confidence, you simply accept and it'll happen. You focus on chipping away at your fantasy. You don't stress over tomorrow. You focus on this open door right now energetically with your entire being. Everything that is in you centers around this. Tomorrow will deal with itself. You must accept inside yourself that you are the one to get it going. You are the one to succeed. You are the person who will be experiencing their fantasy. You must feel that you're qualified for this, that you should have. This is your reason for living. This is your time. Presently, this is your second. You need to stand up inside yourself and let yourself know you're more able than you might at any point potentially envision. When you never again center around the hindrances, when you never again tend to think about what individuals think or what individuals need to say, when you never again track down the need to look for their endorsement, when you quit considering the consequence of what it will take to arrive at your fantasy, it is done when the strain inside you is more prominent than the tension beyond. You will have a ton of things come against you, and you will have individuals that advise you to stop. You're going to have moves that advise you to stop, and you will want to surrender each damn day, since you'll feel like life is beating you again and again. Legends aren't characterized by their triumphs. They're characterized by how they return quickly from their disappointments. The highs I've encountered were just conceivable by how I returned from the lows, from those minutes when I contemplated whether it was worth the effort, or, on the other hand, assuming I was burning through my time, or, on the other hand, assuming I was adequate, and some of the time you second-guess yourself. It takes guts, lovely people, to go through that. Individuals used to giggle at me in Detroit when I was resting on the floor of my office in the Penobscot building. It was harsh, but lovely people. It was difficult when I was laying on the floor watching through the window and second-guessing myself. Les, could you at any point do this? I was second-guessing myself. When you have a fantasy, the one thing you need to look out for are those out there who will attempt to smash it, and you can't permit that to happen. Challenge. It's essentially find people and you take a gander at individuals in your day-to-day existence. Who do you have yourself encircled with? It's fundamentally lovely people that you get the energy drainers out of your life, the fantasy busters. Get them out of your life. They will exhaust your energy. They will giggle at you. Must quit seeking others for help and look inside yourself. The lion and you never withdraws. Envision us adopting the lion strategy to life. I ain't backing up a lion. Don't walk in reverse for no good reason. You must let yourself know I can do this. You're more remarkable than you understand. You're more grounded than you suspect you will be. You can endure more than you want to. You're more competent than you might be. Potentially. Envision. It was vital that I face a great deal of dismissal, a ton of giggling, a ton of no's to arrive at the degree of progress. It was fundamental that I confronted that, and I'm sharing with you while you're confronting those dismissals every day of the week. Don't say I had a terrible day today. Say I had a character building day. We can be dynamic members in our being here, or we can be casualties prior to anything occurring. You must trust in your innermost being that it's conceivable that you can be this, and when your brain needs to transform, you must begin reasoning, I'm the grittiest on the planet. You need to arm yourself to begin setting yourself up for what's over here in life. The hardest thing on the planet is to put stock in you and accept that you're unique. Accept you're different. To accept you should be someone. The hardest thing on the planet is disregarding the entirety of your apprehensions, every one of your concerns, your uncertainty, and every one of your deep-seated insecurities. To put stock in yourself once again. Don't lift yourself off the mat once again. Anyone can accept when the battle is finished. However, I need to converse with certain individuals who are involved in the battle. I realize you're drained. I realize your arms are throbbing. I realize your psyche is baffled. I realize you feel like it's absurd. I realize you want to surrender. You're discouraged. You've lost friends and family. You've experienced heartthrobs. And it's not the most ideal or great time. Poop may be hitting the fan in your life, yet let them know I can make it happen. If it doesn't occur, I can get it done. If you don't cherish me, I can get it done. On the off chance that you don't need me, I can make it happen. To assume that you leave me, I can make it happen. To assume you sell out, I can do it. You must converse with yourself some of the time. Recuperating happens first in the soul. Can be a sucker. You got to retaliate. You got to stand up and begin to stand by. Brief. What is I want to do? You got to make yourself move regardless of whether it harms your conviction. Should areas of strength for be such an extent that when individuals question you, criticize you, and come against you, it's only a minor bother. You must truly do the request, contemplation, journaling, certification statements, and associate with individuals who truly couldn't care less about individuals' thought process of them. Everybody has some assessment. Why let the assessments of others deny you from a day existence that will impact the world forever? Your conviction, your confidence, your drive, your assurance, your tirelessness, and your constancy in your soul is more noteworthy than what is in you and what's around here in this world.